updating Telegram group. Wow, what a start to the stream already here. A lot of things happening. Good move to the downside that I'm trying to look to get a long in. We have reached a lot of support areas now on different charts. I mean, we see it here on Link, but I think I will take now the Solana trade as I'm in a swing trade on Link. But if we push, then all these should push with us to the upside, and I'm looking for somewhat of this move here. I've now entered because I expect this to be a pullback. Yeah, just updating the Discord here, and then we can start with the stream. Wow, what a crazy start here already. Let's see if this idea plays out. We are in here in this trade. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. I have everybody here in the chat. Wow. Now let's take a moment and relax and start the stream here together. Wow, crazy start. I'm looking for the 1 hour candle to flip here. So I do think after this push to the downside into a clear area of support, which we are currently in, or area of interest. So on the daily that we could see a little bit of a retracement here back to the upside, ending this session. So we have seen a low, high, and now this is in the best case my low here, and from there on we can trade higher. I mean, on the lower time frames we have seen a little bit of a shift, so we have made a new structure that we need to break up here. This is important for me. So let's see how this trade plays out. I think this will stay open for longer, but then we have some time to talk during the live stream. I have my position entered, so I can just do a quick position here. See, I'm in the trade. So let's see how this trade plays out. I'll just post it to Telegram here. So if you're new here and you want to be part of the community, you can now join our Discord that has launched finally today. So we are transitioning more and more to Discord now, because it's just more personal. It's better for me to interact with all of you. I can be more active on what you are writing. You can discuss with the people you want to talk and connect with different traders. So make sure to join our Discord. I will give you the link here and how you can verify yourself. You can see that once you have entered the Discord. check if we are live. This was pretty, the markets were preparing, and so I was already starting the stream for you guys. I mean, we're a little bit early now, but I think that's okay. And let's see what we have here today. I mean, again, the daily here has already taken out previous day high. So this trade has a little bit of risk to it, but higher time frame now is still bullish, and we have this massive support level here that we have reacted in the past to it. And on the lower time frames, we have seen a big push to the downside, and always that I know that often at 8 in the evening, those reversals happen here on the chart. We have our reason. We have here resisted, 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 resisted. So this is a key area which we are currently trading at. And thinking here we have made structure to go higher with. I have my stop loss a little bit under this 1 hour candle low. So the candle you see here is the 1 hour candle. And let's see where we go from here. Looking for a break of this high is now a first good indicator. So just put my line here. So we need to break this, and then from there on I'm looking for a bounce to somewhere. I will define my take profit later, because this is definitely an area here where we had price reacting to it. So maybe we trade back in here. If I go to the 1 hour time frame, yeah, we have seen a little bit of a resistance here. So I will need to think where I will put my take profit. But most important thing is we have our stop loss, which is at 133.66 here. So this is always important. You can define your take profit during the trade, but it's really important to have a stop loss while, or at the moment you enter your trade. You know where you want to put your stop. But we definitely need to see now some bullish volume coming in. Bitcoin, I was hoping for it not to break that low, because this is a move to the downside. Bitcoin could here retest this area. So that's why the short is, the long here is a little bit dangerous. I have my reason. I have this area that has played a role in the future. We have also this area where we spiked up from here. So let's see. Volume is now coming in because we are 2 minutes prior to the candle close. So always around 5 minutes of the open and 5 minutes until the candle is closing. You will see the most volume coming in the chart. So that's why you often see moves happening in the first or the last minute of a candle. And I mean, we have left this a big gap up here. So now we should see a little bit of a momentum switch and then trade higher. was the idea for link that I have cancelled because it was just choppy price action. So let's see if we can retrace back up here from this level a little bit. But let me know, have you taken any trade today? Anything you want me to look at? I mean, we did have a little bit of a, we can look at the higher time frame. We did have a little bit of a bullish sign. I mean, if we look at the link chart, I have posted the swing trade in our group. We are now in this wedge here. So we have broken out from there a little bit to the upside, and we have made a high, low, high, hopefully now make here a low, and from there on we continue off this support level that has also played a major role in the past, where we spiked our last push to $30 the last time. So I'm looking for a reaction somewhere in this area here. Maybe retrace the 0.6 retracement, so $12.50. This would be my ideal target for the next days. Maybe tomorrow trade back in here, and from there on we could move higher to get some relief finally in the markets. But yes, I need to be honest, and not looking good. New candle has now opened. We need to see a break here, otherwise I will close this trade early, because if we're not picking up any momentum here, I won't stay in this trade. I have seen this structure here building up. This was my idea for the long and the support level. But as we know in trading, we might and we cannot always be right, so we need to lose. We can have our ideas, and in the end it all comes down to risk management, position sizing, and not thinking about one trade, but thinking about the next 100 trades. So you can still lose 2 trades, and with a 1 to 3 risk to reward, you win the next trade and you are still profitable. So there are more factors to it. It's not only how much money you make, because you can make $1,000 in 10 trades and lose 1,100 in one trade. So there is more to it than just making money. And the thing you need to do as a trader is stop thinking in terms of money. Yes, in the end trading makes money, but we need to think in risk factors. We need to think in win rate, risk to reward. So these are the things we need to really work on our data, build our setups that we know that work, that can make us in the end money and give us bullets to shoot into the market. Okay, so now I want to see break here. I think in the meantime we could look at some, let's look at some coins. Let's look at TAO. Has been performing really good on the weekly. We had this nice support area here where we bounced from already. We were up almost 100% the last in 3 weeks. So 90 days, 100% return is really good. The important factor here is now as well, we see that we have still not confirmed our uptrend here. We have made a first sign to the upside with clear divergence here. We have seen lower low, but RSI has made higher high. So this is a first bullish sign here. We were diverging and immediately reacting. So now it's important here to find again support at this area, and then we can build bullish structure also on the higher time frames. So we need to now make a pullback back to 266 and then build a structure like this, because otherwise we are still in, we could call it a range on the higher time frame, because you see we have, let me remove these drawings, the high here, and then we have our range. So we are still, let me make it more visible for you. Let's just use a different color here, black. So we are still trading in this range. So from around 187 to 782 is our range, but we need to break above the 486 level to really confirm a bullish bias to continue to the upside. But we have seen from this level, we have always started pushing up good from here. So there is a chance that we do this move here again. Just a quick look on how our trade is performing. We are still ranging down here, dancing around break even. So let's see. Yeah, this is my idea for TAO, and it's made a good move to the upside. And we also want to look at Fetch. Not what I wanted to do. Fetch AI. So what is Fetch doing currently? Let's take a look at the daily. We have also made now a divergence, and this was even cleaner here because we have a, I would like to call it a free move divergence. So we have 3 lows and we have 3 points on the RSI that diverge. Those are really powerful in my opinion, because if I have those 3 lows on the third low where I get a higher RSI, as you can see here, there is volume coming in. So here I can be certain that there is somewhere a potential where I can look for, in this case now, longs. And now we've seen here move up, pull back, move up, pull back. So we hope to continue with this momentum. I mean, RSIs have already heated up because we have a lot of momentum. So I'm pretty certain this pullback in the next days will happen. So we'll probably see a pullback of around somewhat of 10% maybe in alts, and from there on I look for a good push higher into recent areas of interest to spark hopefully in May a little bit of a alt season, because I know we are all waiting for it really desperately. But yeah, I still see it as a good opportunity to buy in, despite, I mean, charts have now made was 80% in a month. But you know, pullbacks are coming, so you can still buy in. And even if you still buy here, no, it's 300%, 400% up here. So don't be in fear just of a little move. It looks like this. So it looks like we are dumping here. We are still ranging. But we just need to be patient. I will definitely look for a earlier break even if we are here at some point where I think that if we break down further, we are just wrong for the day. So just about managing, you know, but I will just focus on letting trades run until take profit. and not taking profit because, you know, we were taught take profit early because you're in the green. You know, we have all been there. We have seen our trade. We are maybe price is somewhere here and our take profit is here, and we exit at this area, and 1 hour later we see price hitting our take profit, and then we are thinking, oh, why did we take off early? Just because we are so close, and oh, we do not want to lose this money. But this is really important thing that I have also note down in my journal, because as a trader you will always improve to let trades fully run to take profit. And also there's a people that say, and I'm also a fan of, it's either take profit or stop loss, or you manage your stop loss so you lose less. But then you will come again into situations where you get stopped. Maybe let's just take this trade here. Imagine we are just somewhere up here and we move our stop loss down here. Then price comes down here and then it pumps up. So if you would have let your original stop loss, you would have made the take profit 1 to 3 risk to reward, but now you have lost, let's say, half a position just because you managed. Yes, maybe there will be sometimes cases where this will save you, where the trade is up here and then it comes back down here and takes your stop loss. But I'd rather lose a full position than losing a full take profit, because you need to really think about it. One stop is just -1 R, but one take profit equals +3 Rs. So this is a big difference. That's why I'm a fan of now letting it run to profit and also keeping my stop loss. I tried to manage it, but it was always feeling so wrong to manage, and then you were thinking, oh, what if I get stopped now? So all these things that come into your mind, and that's why I'm just playing on set and forget. I mean, it's okay to look at a trade for a while, to train your patience. You know, you need to train your emotions, because I'm really interested in what people thought now when price is here, or price would be here, because we cannot decide what price is doing. We can only try to put the odds on our side by using TA, which also some say does not bring anything. Where I'm saying, okay, if there's an area where in the last 10 times price has bounced up, why should the probability be so low that we do not bounce up on the 11th time? So I'm taking these things into consideration. But in the end, we always need to look at price action, what price is doing. This is what it all comes down. Because market is either in 3 phases. It can be in a trending phase. It can be in a uptrend. It can be in a downtrend, or it can be ranging. And we can still be in a higher time frame uptrend, but on the lower time frames we're in a downtrend. Because what if we just do a pullback here and from there on we range higher? So you look at shorter time frame downtrend, but higher time frame is in an uptrend. This is the power of combining the higher time frame with lower time frame price movement, and adding the thought of imagining of how a candle is built. Because I for myself now say that this wick here will, with a high probability, be the low of this candle if we break this high. Because how does a 1 hour candle look like? I will draw it every stream until when I ask somebody that's in the community how a candle is built, he wakes up at night and he can immediately think of this image. So let me just bring this forward. Imagine this being a candle. So you have your open price, you have your open price, then you have the close price, you have a low and a high. So let's just put some notes here. This is our low. Then we have our open. Imagine this now being bullish despite it being red. So let's make it green for a second. So this is the open. This is the close. And this here is the candle high. And this, let's make it really correct. This is 1 hour. And now, have you ever imagined how this candle is getting built, or how this candle looks like on a lower time frame? Because what do we have here? And now we are speaking of normal candle behavior. Yes, it could be the case that we have a candle that goes down, goes down, goes down, and let's say after 10 minutes it flips up here. But we know, let's just take normal candle behavior that is just built by, we have our open price here, and then we see price making a low, and at some point we see this change to build price and eventually close here. So, okay, something happened to my trading view because the scrolling seems a little bit off. So we have at some point a break of struct. What is wrong with my trading view? Come on, I just want to draw a little bit here. Okay, then we leave it like this. So we have this break somewhat here because we need to create this low to either fill previous gaps and just create fair price movement. So this is really important to understand. Once I've understood this, I was never feared when I was in a long entering with a bullish bias, entering a 1 hour candle, when I see it starting like this. I was happy, to be honest, because once I have seen this break, I had confirmation from my side that we have a high chance of continuing to the upside. And if we now take a look at our candle, on the 5 minute, we did not have the break yet, but if we go down to the 1 hour at 1 minute and move the drawing, we have made our low here. So we came down like this, or it was here. We came down, created the low and broke it, and we are now continuing to the upside, looking for a break in this level for a confirmation. And this is a really, really strong concept, and you could basically do this on every 1 hour candle that opens. You could try to apply this concept and exercise with bias combined to trade a candle, but this will bring you into over trading, because then you will be sitting there trading 8 candles a day. So I'm looking for times where I know there is some volume, and as I'm looking for reversals on the lower time frame, continue higher time frame trends, because we are still, let's take the 4 hour, we are still in a uptrend here, and we are now approaching, it's probably 0.786 pip that we are reacting to currently. We have this area of interest here, and let's just take a look. If we have taken the right low, we could have also taken this low. So we are approaching the 0.5, but this is the pullback here that we are now reacting to. So you can also do that on the lower time frame. You see here your price movements, and we now need to break the 135 area to continue this move to the upside. But it's definitely slow today despite the bank holidays in Europe. And yeah, now important for me to really see the break of this area here. Because if we break this low here again, I might cut it. Then I'm just wrong because then the structure is wrong. Here I'm looking for a push to the upside, and that's what I wanted to say on where I was explaining with stop loss and take profit. If you see a structure that is not valid anymore, of course, then I'm big fan of, or I think you should close your trade, because then your whole idea is not valid anymore. So if you break this, then we might just see this here. Because it's not sure that this is the low. It could also be, now this is the case, that this is the high of the candle and we flip this into a bearish candle. So you always have to think in both ways. No, but 15-minute is also at the RSI pretty low. So we are getting into really oversold territory here. The candle like this. And let's hope that we close a little bit more bullish, because this is not something that I wanna look at on a 15-minute candle in this area. We could also just see some ranging going on for a moment, but we will see. We are patient, we are not in fear. We know once we enter the market, we are okay with the amount we have put. We are okay with losing it. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. It's pushing here to the upside, also coming to a support, a little bit of a support area, but I've changed my box. But we still have this big gap here that we could see a fill from, so we could see something like this. We trade now back up here, trade back in here, and then we continue higher. So this could be or is my idea for Bitcoin, which would look healthy, and that we now we fill those gaps up here, push up, and then we trade back into this area here. Do we have some questions? You guys have some questions here, either on X. You can just tag me if you want. It's at Pascal Trades, or you can just write it here in the chat on YouTube or from wherever you are looking and watching the stream. But this is really going slow here today. Need to get a break of this area here, and then we will look for continuation. Otherwise, I won't be sitting here watching choppy price and just let play out, take a break. You know, it's important to not get attached to the screen while trading. Because you want to be at ease with your mind. That's really important for trading. Change the music here a little bit. See, we are just moving sideways here, but this is my idea here, that this is one and this is the low, and we now need to really build a 3 and 5. Also, let's check. See, we have reacted to 0.618 pip. Here, bullish momentum came in. So let's look for upwards movement But this, of course, you see small candles here. There's not much happening. And by the way, if you want, I could join the trading floor in Discord and we could have a little bit of a talk there if you want. I think in the meantime we could do this while we watch the chart. So if you want to join, just make sure to join our Discord. I'll be in the trading floor for like 15 minutes where you maybe can ask some question. You have something you want me to look at. So I'm just there and you can join me. Not looking. Okay. See this really a resistance here, 135, 35. So let's see 1 hour candle. Also not looking nicely here if it looks like this. And the thing is, 30 minutes into a candle, we have often seen high or low. So drawings here. I mean, if we create a doji and then continue to the upside, I'm also happy that with that. So if this 1 hour candle closes like a doji and then we get a candle, then we get a doji with a small body and then get a continuation to the upside, would also be fine on my side, as I'm really planning on just leaving this trade running and we do not see much volume here coming in. I will set my alerts. There was a little bit of a shorter stream then, but with this volume and bank holidays, you don't need to be glued to the screen. We just let price do what it wants to do, and then later on, if either we get stopped or we are somewhere of a area where we could react, I will reach out to you. I hope that we still had good learning here with how higher time frame candles are built by lower time frames, and I think we should just enjoy our holiday, and then next week I will be at a different place. I'm still planning on streaming, so I will not reveal yet where I will be, but I will not be in my office streaming. So really looking forward to the location, and there will be definitely a lot of crypto content in the next 10 days. So a lot of information, a lot of posts. But yeah, stay tuned. Make sure to follow Coin Compass on X. Join our Discord. I will send the link once again in here, and you will see an explanation how you can verify yourself, and then you are good to go. This being said, I will end the stream now. It was still nice. Trade was obviously a little bit boring today to watch, as it was just sideways movement, but we look for, let's say, accumulation here, then continuation to the upside is also okay for us. So, with this being said, I hope you could still at least enjoy a little bit. 30 minutes is also okay, but we do not need to stretch it to 1 hour if there's nothing to stretch. Price is just doing nothing. Okay, guys, enjoy your evening or wherever, which time zone you are. I will keep you updated on the Discord, so make sure to join, as I said, and then see you in Friday's video or on Monday.